Hey guys, welcome back to Cajun Horror Talk. I'm Jake.
And Ross.
Today we're talking about 1993's Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. So grab a beer, grab a cup of coffee. Let's talk horror.
All right. Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
God, he stays there, but we all know he doesn't.
Jesus.
We all know he doesn't. We all know he comes back.
Well,
Kind of.
yeah. Here's the thing. Like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Okay, we're going to get into what the fuck they were thinking. They had a lot of good ideas that were poorly executed, in my opinion. I think there was a lot of good ideas that could have taken place here that technically didn't. It should have. All right, so this you want to break down like just a bit for the intro, or
Yeah, let's do that, guys. We're changing up our format a little bit here.
just slightly.
We want to go back less into the breaking down every scene to more like a discussion. We're talking about the movie.
Yeah.
So
I felt like we kind of fell into the same cookie cutter platform that a lot of channels do, where it's just spitting out facts and not actually talking about the movies.
yeah.
This is, after all, a horror discussion. But this right here, this is going to be a discussion, guys.
Where's the horror?
There was horror. Oh, there was horror there. There was a lot of horror there. All right, so this one should actually have been a complete continuation of Jason Takes Manhattan.
How? He was melted into goo.
Okay, there is a comic book in place that shows Jason leaving a trail of carnage from New York, from Manhattan to New Jersey.
It still doesn't make sense.
Okay.
He was a little gooey Asian kid.
Okay, but so the thought process behind this, because this is where
He looked like my third cousin.
we get introduced to Deadite Jason. That was what they were going for. You can all you want, but that was the concept behind. This is why this one was so much different. They wanted to take a different approach to it. First of all, they didn't take that much of a different approach to it. I mean, we're 4 minutes and 14 seconds in, and we see some beautiful titties.
I wanted to be in on a planning session on this one, not the movie planning.
Not the movie.
When the military decided we're going after Jason Voorhees,
Which was supposedly from his trek from Manhattan to New Jersey.
okay, that's great. We need a female as bait. You know, this poor woman was like, you know what? This is going to do great for my career.
Yeah.
Sir, I'll volunteer. And he's like, great. So look, you're going to go in there and I need you to take a shower.
We're going to need you to get naked immediately.
And she's like, but I shouldn't. Well, can't I just hang? No.
You need to get naked.
You need to get naked.
Immediately.
And she's like, but I don't really think, no. That's why I'm the superior. You don't understand.
We need you to get naked.
Yeah.
We need to see
Sir,
some titties.
do you want to see me naked? No. I'm happily married. Been married 40 years. Why would I want to see another woman's breast?
No, this
Trust
is strictly professional.
Yes.
We need you for your career. We need you to, first of all, you're gonna have to wear a sexy bra and a blue thong.
Yeah.
Like we need to make sure we set the scene properly.
That's right.
So we're gonna make it dark. And you're gonna be naked, and then we're gonna jump out of the trees. Why the hell weren't they surrounding the house that she was in?
Yes.
Why did she have to run to where the trap was? If she is in the house, why wasn't the trap there? They could have surrounded the fucking house. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. And I was taken out of the movie immediately because I started giggling to myself, and I know I'm a fucking juvenile and you're about to call me out on it, but some of the names of the people that were a part of this movie: Billy Greenbush.
Saw that.
And Rusty Schwimmer.
Yeah.
Mr. Rusty Schwimmer. And
that's
then there was
not
a Bill Dill.
That's not Mr. Rusty Schwimmer, by the way.
That's not Mr. Rusty Schwimmer?
That's a deli chick.
Yeah.
The diner chick.
That's the diner chick?
Yeah. The big,
really?
Yeah. The bitchy one.
Well,
Yeah.
my apologies, Rusty
Her name
Schwimmer.
was Rusty.
My apologies, Rusty Schwimmer.
Bam.
and Bill Dill. Bill Dill for whatever fucking reason. So,
It's
for
ma'am.
whatever reason, as part of this covert operation, she goes in, she gets naked in the bathtub, the lights go out.
That's a nasty ass bathtub.
I wouldn't take a bath in that bathtub. So she takes off running, obviously, Jason.
All right, we're slipping back into what we said we weren't going to do.
No, I'm talking about
Oh,
how this is like completely ridiculous.
okay.
There is no reason her being chased like that for that duration of time. Why was she that far away from all of these fucking people?
I love the fucking
There's no
unnecessary
reason for
Hondo
that.
roll.
Yeah, of course. And the complete absence of crossfire, because that just doesn't fucking exist. You can completely surround somebody.
It's like that scene from Aladdin where Genie's like, stop or we will shoot ourselves.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, what are you fucking doing? We're just going to make a complete circle. And then he meets Dr. Eat Your Heart Out.
Yeah.
Dr. Eat Your Heart Out was completely ridiculous. If you haven't seen this movie, I don't know what. I get the concept of what they were going for.
Okay,
what
guys,
they
so
were trying to do.
Overarching story-wise, this movie explains to us that Jason is not Jason. Jason is a spirit who just inhabits a meat shell. And if he is killed, that spirit can move from person to person to person until he is reborn by a Voorhees.
Somebody in his bloodline, which is also the
only people who can kill him.
And it's also
that's your movie, guys.
All of a sudden,
and he also has a mysterious hunter that is tracking him all of a sudden.
Yeah, Creighton Duke. Fuck that dude. I don't understand everybody's obsession with this dude.
Suddenly he has a sister.
He has a half sister. It's a half sister. Elias had a fucking affair on Pamela. I'd cheat on Pamela too. She was a little crazy. So I understand Elias going outside of that marriage because like, what happened?
She has some attachment issues.
She definitely has some attachment. I hear she gives great head. Just say it. So Elias apparently went outside of his marriage, and Jason had a half sister
and a half niece and a half great niece.
All kinds of. It's just one of those things where like let's just throw shit in there and see how much we can get away with to make it stick.
How do you look at your new husband? How you look at a dude and look at his kid and it looks like Jason? You're like, I'm making a baby with that dude.
Well, you know, the canon is that Pamela Voorhees killed Elias.
Yes.
After he was beating Jason for doing probably something Jason shouldn't. You know what? Maybe if you'd have let him spank the kid, he wouldn't be murdering half of the fucking USA right now. But no, let me go ahead and kill him.
He's sitting there like fucking skinning a fucking cat.
Yeah, he's like, no, you can't do that. Stop that. And he smacks him and she's like, don't you touch my baby. Mama Bear comes out and she fucking hits him with whatever she hits him with and kills him. And Jason's like, see, mommy lets me stab people.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep stabbing people. All right, this is Deadite Jason. This is legitimately, there were contract disputes between New Line Cinema and Paramount and a couple of different people who own the rights to different things.
It was so much Deadite Jason that some people got in trouble for this.
Some people have gotten some very serious trouble. There was a very ambitious crossover in the works that was going to happen. You see the Necronomicon later on inside this movie, and the implication is that Pamela Voorhees actually brought Jason back to life using the Necronomicon, which is why he's a Deadite and able to jump bodies and all this other shit, which completely. Not that there's continuity up to this point.
Here's what because
there's really not.
Here's why I call bullshit, because we didn't see it.
You didn't see what?
They didn't explain none of that. They just threw shit at the screen.
That was the implication. That's why the Necronomicon was in the Voorhees house.
No,
Pamela had
the reason the Necronomicon was in the fucking house. Was because your boy thought it would be funny to slip it in there without telling anybody. No, and they got in trouble for it. That's why the Necronomicon
that was supposedly
out.
His overall thought process was that it was going to be involved in it because you see there's a lot of different nods to different franchises.
They came back and tried to tie it that way because the Necronomicon was there.
Well, what's funny is
one of those things where
you do know it's the actual Necronomicon, right? Yes, it's the same one from The Evil Dead. It's not a prop.
Yeah,
it's the actual
the guy
same
who designed
one.
it is throwing fits still because he didn't get any royalties from it being in that movie.
Yeah, so that was
they didn't get permission from any studio or anyone to put that in the fucking in the movie.
Yeah, it was a big old fucking who has the rights to what.
It was a joke. Yeah. They threw it in there.
It was supposed to be the implication that there was an ambitious crossover that they wanted to do that they didn't get the proper authorization to take care of beforewards. And they
used that to justify their joke.
Yeah, essentially. That's pretty much how that went. But because
the whole thing was it was never going to fucking happen because they said Jason wasn't going to die and Freddy wasn't going to die and Ash wasn't going to die.
Nobody's going to die. You can't kill off a horror legend.
Every script that came forward, Ash killed Freddy and Jason.
Yeah.
So it was never going to happen. No, ever.
You can't kill off. Everybody knew going into Freddy versus Jason.
Even though Kane Hodder wanted it.
You don't want to give up the rights to this movie because you give up any potential for a new sequel to this without doing a requel or...
Why? It never stopped them before.
Because supernatural force killing them would be a different concept.
No.
It would be.
I call bullshit.
It would be. If you have a supernatural force killing a supernatural force, it would have taken some big ass explanation wise of how
technically Jason X happened after Freddy versus Jason.
I mean, neither one of them died in that movie.
Yeah.
Neither one of them died. Freddy winks at the end of it. which let's not get into that because we're doing that one in 2 movies from now. And I'm
the
looking forward to
Dream
that
Demons escaped Freddy and got destroyed, and Freddy came back.
Yeah, but those little shadow things killed Patrick Swayze, and he was gone forever. I'm just saying, he did not come back. He was done. You get supernatural forces.
It's the idea of they can't come back and try to tell me that we'd have to reboot everything. The bullshit. Friday the 13th has never given a fuck about canon from jump.
No, they didn't. It's really that's why it's all over.
Freddy
the fucking
didn't
place.
give a fuck about canon.
No, because it was just let's get a movie out there and make a fucking movie, and people love this character. And it doesn't matter
as much as people love Part 3. I like Part 2 too. Part 2 is fine. It was weird. It was different, and that's what I think sequels should be sometimes. It should be weird and different.
It should be somewhere off the beaten path. But I don't like the cookie cutter.
Even after the first one, from the first one on, your canon is shot because at the end of the day, the way to defeat Freddy should be to turn your back and say, you don't scare me anymore, and he should be die.
Yeah. So
if you go by what Wes Craven wrote, that's what should happen.
Yeah, but you look at all of the things that came
next thing we're looking for his mother's missing body when she killed herself.
Suicide. It was obviously a suicide. There's no body there.
We never found a body.
You have to call it a suicide. But that's the overall plan when you go to the Freddy versus Jason, which, we're kind of crossing those lines right now, but whenever it gets to that point where Freddy and Jason actually meet, that was the plan.
Yeah.
It was forget about him completely and he can't scare you.
Yeah.
Jason's just a big, dumb guy in a hockey mask.
That's my thing. He doesn't scare Freddy doesn't scare Jason.
No, he doesn't.
So how did he have any power over him?
He had power over him by pretending to be his mother.
Okay.
Now, that was a totally different
And then once they got to fucking Crystal Lake.
Yeah, okay.
Freddy should have did. It went away.
I'll see that in the point when we watch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
And this one, we get to watch Jason shave a man strapped to a bed.
We don't get to watch Jason straight. We don't get to watch Jason do fuck all except explode, walk through some mirrors.
He was Jason.
We got to see him dress up as a security guard.
Yeah. He played dress up. It was a great day for him.
By the way, if Eagle Eye viewers, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know this, man. If you come and watch this, you probably watched these movies 1,000 times. The big security guard with the mullet, that's Kane Hodder.
Yeah.
Yeah, outside the coroner's office.
Yeah,
that's Kane Hodder.
So he gets to play dress up as a bunch of different people get an opportunity to play Jason.
Yeah,
I liked the idea. That's why I said I see where they were going with it, with the concept of Jason jumping bodies. He's a supernatural force.
No, you know what happened? They had $3 million to make a movie.
What? And they made
and they were like, we cannot put makeup on fucking Kane every day.
I'm not going to sit here and defend this movie saying that it's not probably one of the worst in the franchise, because
it's the worst in the
franchise. It's definitely
franchise.
Fucking down there.
It's fucking no. You know there was the worst sin they did. These guys were like, oh fuck, what do? We don't have a plot. And they were like, dude, you know what? I just watched Halloween 4 and 5.
Yeah.
You know what we need more of?
We
didn't copy Michael Myers enough. We need him to be chasing after his family.
Yeah.
In his ancestral home.
Yeah.
That we've never seen before. Suddenly, there's a Voorhees house.
Yeah, that was a bit...
Think about that real quick. He's chasing his niece in the Voorhees house.
Yes, this is Halloween 4 and 5 with the strange guy dressed in black that's standing in the background looking at him.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking concept.
Michael!
Why?
Yeah.
It's the same damn thing. But I understand the concept of the Deadite. Now, I will say that I don't think
you can't give it that, though.
But it's...
Because it wasn't explained in this movie.
Okay, but it's not... I'm using the Deadite as a metaphor for what it was. He's a spirit jumping through bodies, which was completely out of fucking left field, that no one's ever mentioned anything about him jumping bodies. It would explain a lot why he's been played by a bunch of different people throughout the franchise. It would explain why he was a little Asian kid in the last one. It would explain why he was disfigured in 4 and why he wasn't disfigured in 3. And
yeah,
it would explain a lot of that. He was just jumping. It was a bunch of, maybe Pamela Voorhees was just killing kids and letting Jason and then switch over to another kid.
The worst part about all of this is we had to watch this movie so many fucking times.
Yeah, the original time we actually filmed this.
We filmed this discussion 3 times. This is the third time we filmed this.
The third time, and it's just gradually. I'm trying to somewhat look at it objectively after I've shit on it twice already, but it's really getting difficult.
We filmed it once the computer ate it.
Yeah, it's fucking computer.
Actually, no. Think about it. The first time we filmed it, we lost all the audio.
Yeah.
And so it was just a video of us sitting here and you see our mouths moving. It was like a bad Japanese dub.
We should have just did a dub over.
We should have
dubbed over that bitch. Like, what? No, what are you talking about? It's fine. That's how we talk.
And then the second time we did it, the computer ate it.
Yeah, the file just disappeared,
and then
maybe it's something about this. It's probably a supernatural thing. They don't want us reviewing this movie.
No one wants us to review this movie. We have to because we did the rest.
All right, Steven. This dude, Steven. I'm so.
I can handle Steven.
I'm so torn.
But let's get to Creighton Duke.
Fuck Creighton Duke. I can't even stand. I don't like him as a character. I don't like him.
Explain to me how this dude knew all this.
There's no way. There's 100% no fucking way.
How?
I can't. I tried to explain it away. I wrote notes on Creighton Duke trying to figure out how the hell. But he has some of the worst metaphors in the world. When I think of Jason Voorhees, I think of a little girl in a pink dress putting a hot dog through a donut.
What?
What? Did you say what? That's what you went with? That's the image you're putting in people's minds right there. That's what we're gonna go with. A little girl in a pink dress putting a hot dog through a donut. Okay, you have weird.
I'd rather listen to your boy talking about Tony the Wonder Llama.
Yeah, Tony the Wonder Llama. That was if you call your penis a Wonder Llama, I hope you don't get laid.
Be careful, they spit.
They spit. I don't want you to reproduce though. I don't want any baby llamas running around out there. I think that needs to die with you. I really do. Creighton Duke is a sadist. He's got to be a sadist, dude. There's no reason he broke your boy's hand in the jail cell.
That's whatever. I want to know.
That's not whatever.
Where'd he find the fucking Voorhees lore book?
Where'd he find the dagger?
Thank you.
Like he randomly has a dagger that
magically transforms,
just like something else we've seen in another franchise. Yeah. Pretty sure we've seen that happen about the time. But yeah, he finds the dagger. He finds out all the Voorhees secrets. He knows
about Diana.
He knows about Diana. He knows that
Diana knows about Jason.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Jason knows about Diana.
That's a big one. How the hell does Jason know about Diana?
And nothing's happened to her. She lives in Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
He hasn't. There's three people. There's two. Well, probably when he was younger, there was one person that could kill him. It was his sister.
Yeah.
Never fucked with her. Oh, she had a kid. Now there's two people that can kill me. Never fucked with him. Now that I'm dead, I gotta go fuck him up.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. He could
actually. I think it wasn't the idea of him trying to kill them to stop them. It was trying to be reborn.
Yeah, he needed to be reborn through the Voorhees blood.
He was born from a Voorhees.
This is Jason Montgomery Voorhees, and I'm gonna fuck my sister.
Yeah, exactly what happened.
That's pretty much what happened.
I think Duke
there was a hillbilly. Yeah, there was.
Duke said that. Duke says he was born by Voorhees. He can be reborn by Voorhees, and he must die by Voorhees.
Which again, how are you coming up with this? I feel it's like that. You've seen the other guys with Will Ferrell and Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Old Marky Mark. Well, they're doing this thing and they're walking through a parking lot and these guys on the motorcycles come through and he goes, "It's Colombian drug lords," and he starts punching them and Will goes, "Where are you getting that from?" I want to yell that at Creighton Duke. Like, where are you acquiring this information from? Well,
are you guessing?
He's a damn good guesser.
Yeah. What happens if he left that morning and grabbed the wrong knife?
Okay. That's fucking a funny thought. He gets all the way over there. Oh shit! Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
I gotta go back to my compound.
Okay, let's talk about Mr. News reporter guy who decides he wants to put the dead body in the
stole a body
basement.
And fucked her daughter after.
Yeah,
that's creepy.
Stole the body. Fucked it. This place is just crawling with mentally inept people. I understand Diana's. When she hit fucking Steven and threw him out of the car. Yeah. I think that's a perfect normal reaction. I mean, you think he just killed your mother. He just killed somebody else for all you know. He ran him over with a car. He screamed and got shot in the head and all kinds of crazy shit. You runs him over in the car. You fucking kick him out. Yeah. You don't let somebody who just murdered your mother and possibly somebody else near your children. Good job.
Good job.
Good job. I think that's one of those things where people scream at the screen in horror movies like, "No, don't fucking do it." And Diana's like, "Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not going to let him near my fucking kid."
Yeah. Another thing I noticed watching it this time, there's a lot of erotic stuff in here.
Yeah. There's quite a bit.
But going back to Creighton, before he breaks his hand, do you notice that? Like, he's holding his hand and caressing the back of his hand.
Yeah. Very much. That's what I'm saying. He's very sadistic.
Softly.
He's sadistic.
Caressing the back of this man's hand. And he breaks a finger. Yeah. And then he takes his hand back and he caresses it again.
That's going to cost you. I'm not sure you're ready to pay the price.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't care. You have no credibility. That would be like me having just met you, walking up to you, bro, I got to tell you something about your dad. And you're like, what? I'm like, no, this is serious. You really need to know. You're like, bro, you got to tell me. Are you ready to pay the price? Because I'm going to stab you.
Yeah.
Why would you fucking... Who the hell are you?
I will call him and find out.
Who the hell are you? There is no fucking reason.
And then coroner Jason ties down cop Jason.
Jesus Christ.
Straps him down naked on the table in front of a roaring fireplace.
Yeah. Yeah. There were some serious BDSM undertones going on in this movie.
Why did he shave him?
Because Jason didn't want to have a mustache. Jason never hit puberty. He feels weird having a mustache.
Just shave. How does Jason know how to shave?
And maybe he watched Elias. He was shaving before his dates with the woman he was cheating on Pamela with. I don't know. That whole scene did not need to exist at all ever.
And then how did he get out of the straps?
That's a good question. After he transferred himself, I guess he was strong enough as Jason to yank himself out of the straps.
There's a lot of straps in that situation.
There's a real look. Jason Voorhees is a big dummy. He has been the entire fucking franchise. Yeah. There's no reason he's gonna cover the face up with a hockey mask eventually. He's just using this as a temporary thing to jump. Why wouldn't you just hold him down and tonsil hockey, whatever the hell you need to do, throw yourself in his body and go on about your business? Why are you strapping this dude down and not even dry shaving? He lathered him up and gave him a full spa treatment. Like, this is gonna look good. Yeah, and then fucking shaved him, and the guy he's laying on the fucking table going, what are you doing? And I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
I was like, oh, what'd that tongue do?
Oh my God, that was so fucking... There was no reason that needed to be in there.
Back to Creighton having like this fucking knowledge he shouldn't. Steven gets in the jail cell and he's like, oh, poor man, accused of murdering the mother of the woman he loves and the woman he has a kid for. How do you know? You've been in jail.
He's a fortune teller. He knows, dude. This is the only explanation.
You've been in jail this whole fucking time.
He fucking knows, bro. He knew where the baby was to go and get the baby.
Yes.
Which, by the way, Steven, who fucking breaks out of jail, leaves and goes to where he knows his baby is, sees his baby, knows that his baby is in grave danger, about to be killed by somebody who's jumping bodies and doesn't know who it is, leaves his baby in the storage room.
Yeah.
And leaves. Fuck you, I'm taking my kid.
Right.
There's no way I'm getting out of here. I'm taking my kid with me. I'm not leaving my kid in a storage room for, the hillbilly couple that are running this fucking diner. Right. And how did Creighton know where to go to get this child?
Yeah.
I mean, he was in the diner earlier, but still there's no reason to lead him to believe that the baby would be there. I wouldn't have guessed it. I'm not going to randomly guess that my child is at a diner somewhere in a back room. Then leave a note for Diana to come find me alone. Which, by the way, Diana's mom, with the, if I'm Steven, I'm thinking I'm about to fuck my girlfriend's mom.
Yeah.
Like, meet me alone at 11.
At 11.
And we'll talk.
That's
we're going to talk at 11 o'clock at night. You're right. That sounds good. Why don't we just wait for you to go on break at 3 and you can tell me everything you need to tell me?
Right.
No, I'm going to drive to your place. But first I want to pick up these kids who are going to go hitchhiking and fuck in the woods. And then I'm going to drive to your place after I'm all horned up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fuck that. So there's something weird with that. Well, by the way, that couple, your girl got out to go and get a condom that your boy left outside and didn't notice that her friend who was just in a sleeping bag is just gone.
Yeah.
She's just not there.
First off, I didn't want to have to see two girls pee on the screen.
Yeah, that's another one of those weird Friday the 13th things.
Yeah, well, the whole thing was with that scene, that scene wasn't in the original cut.
Oh, it wasn't? They could have left it out. They didn't need to throw it in there.
They filmed the movie and people complained because it wasn't Friday the 13th enough. So they're like, you know what we need? Not more Jason.
Not more Jason.
We need more campers.
Which is the main concern about this not being a big Friday the 13th movie is you don't see fucking Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, we need campers. So they put in 3 campers that you bought, and they was able to get your boy to come back in because he was really fucking cheap.
Yeah.
And pick them up and give them a ride, and it gave the coroner guy some more money to come in and kill him.
Yeah, and it gave her the whole campsite bullshit, blah, blah, blah.
Because otherwise, he's not at a camp. He's at his mom and daddy's house like Michael fucking Myers.
Okay, you remember years ago, this was in the 90s, downtown.
By the way, guys, we do have Friday the 13th mask, a Jason mask to put on the table. We didn't do it. You know why? Because it's not in this fucking movie.
We figured there's no need to. There's a movie back in the 90s. It was starred Chris Rock before he got slapped. It was Down to Earth. Now in this movie,
back down there now.
He's back down there now. Well, in this movie, Down to Earth, one of the biggest things everybody complained about in the movie was that he died and then he was returned to Earth because God made a mistake or whatever in the movie. So during the movie, he goes into another body. You don't see the body that he goes in. You see Chris Rock the entire movie. You doesn't make...
Yeah.
This would have been that movie to do that in.
Yeah.
If you would have jumped Jason to different bodies and we would have saw Jason, everybody would have been
the other way around. When he passed in front of a mirror, it would have been the actor.
It would have been the actor. I think that would have made a bunch of shit better.
Yeah.
That people want to see Jason fucking Voorhees.
That's a fantastic... That's a real thing. Like, that's a good idea.
Like,
I never thought about that, but you're right.
But if he would have
been a big deal.
That would have been a huge fucking difference because we got to see a bunch of people play pretend, and it wasn't Jason. And this is a Friday the 13th film. We want to see if you had like Michael Myers and you have a Halloween 3 movie and Michael Myers is not in the movie, what happens? People get pissed off because they want to see Michael fucking Myers.
Oh, that's why they had such a bitch with Halloween 5. Had they done the thing where Jamie Lloyd was a new killer?
Oh,
people would have lost their shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. You don't want to see the torch passed on. You don't want to see somebody.
It's just, man, like they went overboard on this is fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
The Voorhees house, dog.
Yeah, it was the Myers house.
And you get how's the lights on?
Yeah, you would think they'd have cut off.
There's power in this bitch.
Yeah, you'd think the electricity company, maybe they were scared. Like, no, this is a Voorhees house. I'm not cutting off their power.
The sad part is they probably had the lights on because they couldn't. The movie couldn't afford to keep replacing candles.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Think about it, this movie was made for $3 million in 1993.
That's a big
what other movies
budget.
came out
in 93?
That's a fucking tiny budget.
In 93, you looking at for Friday the 13th. This isn't a mainstream Hollywood blockbuster. $3 million in 93 for a lower genre movie is a decent bit of money, dude. Like,
okay, let's see. Other movies that came out this year.
Back in 93.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas, which, I mean, Tim Burton. That's a fucking classic. Love Nightmare.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Tights.
Gettysburg.
Never saw it.
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-Law. Pauly Shore?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I remember that.
Tombstone.
Oh, yeah. So this was coming out against a lot of...
I'll be your Huckleberry.
A lot of very high-profile fucking
Falling
movies,
Down.
Dude. I'm saying, you're competing against that, but $3 million is a big budget for a lower movie back in 93.
I'm looking for like a smaller movie. Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights wasn't a huge thing at the time. That was Mel Brooks.
Let's see.
It was Mel Brooks. Like, a lot of people didn't come with appreciation until later on.
Exactly. That's why I want to see what the
budget was for the movie.
Yeah, because I feel like
you feel like $3 million. You feel like $3 million is too much to throw at a Jason movie in '93.
I feel like they put pennies into this thing. They spent as little as possible.
Say $3 million in '93 for a B movie. This was not a fucking Hollywood.
You want to guess how much Robin Hood Men in Tights budget was?
How much?
$20 million.
Was it really?
Yes.
That much?
Yes.
Damn, I didn't think Mel Brooks was rocking like that.
He wasn't.
No, I mean, as far as movie producing and directing.
Let's see. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. Well, you jumping up Hocus Pocus like that's nothing. Hocus Pocus was the shit.
Hocus Pocus was a made-for-TV movie, wasn't it?
I believe it might have been, actually. I think it might have been.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because it was a Disney movie.
Yeah. Well, it was also Hocus fucking Pocus. It's a big difference in a Hocus Pocus movie and a Friday the 13th Part 9.
$28 million
for Hocus Pocus.
For Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, I guess you're right. This was a shockingly low budget then.
Okay.
See, I would have called that actually being a little bit more for $3 million in '93. You got to think of you didn't have a lot of CGI. You didn't have it was a lot of practical effects. It was a lot of casting. And a lot of the casting, like there was no big names in any other than fucking Kevin Bacon, who wasn't the name that he is now when he was in the original. Exactly. You don't see a lot of big names in Friday the 13th franchise.
Halloween 6, which came out, 2 years later, 95?
Yeah. But I think 95.
$6 million budget. Double what this movie was.
And see, That's where I was actually looking more along that line.
Yeah. $6 million budget.
But see, I wouldn't have guessed that Halloween 5 had $6 million budget either.
Oh, yeah. Dude, it seems like a longer time ago, but at the same time, you didn't have nothing really was all that computer generated back then. That's what a lot of people
it's not a CGI, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are paying for CGI. It's all practical effects. You're paying for actors, and you're not paying big amounts of money for actors. I think $3 million is pretty liberal for a Friday the 13th movie.
I just feel like, because you got to remember how much just the cost of renting a camera.
Oh, cameras are fucking expensive.
You know what I mean? Just the cost of renting a camera, any kind of, even B-list actors
Yeah.
are going to cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that $3 million gets eaten up really quick.
Yeah, but see, the thing of it is what was the return on this movie, though?
15.
15 million? So,
Yeah.
damn, I actually made a decent bit of money off of this.
Yeah. Well, and that was their plan. Put nothing into it and get something back from it.
I mean, you get a $12 million fucking
yeah.
payback. It's not a bad deal.
I'm going through looking at different shit that came out. I'm looking for any other horror movies that came out that same year.
You catch the booby trap in the Voorhees house at the end where Creighton Duke falls down. I still don't fully
I don't
comprehend
get it.
why there was a false floor.
Oh, The Good Son came out that year.
The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
That's one that we never did. We wanted to do on our
We
evil
owed it for,
evil children one. It was going to be The Omen, Rosemary's Baby, The Good Son.
Well, not just that, we owe it to old McFly because Marty's been with us since we started the podcast. And
Yeah, hey Marty, we're back. We know we've been out for a minute.
Yep, and he's been asking us to do it for a while. We just never got around to it.
That's one that I do want to take under our wing and do that one. I think it will be
Good Son was $17 million.
Damn, there really wasn't a lot in that.
That
movie.
was not a blockbuster movie,
No,
bro.
it really wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was no budget in this fucking movie on purpose. They purposely said, hurry up, we need to get this fucking movie out. They didn't even have the rights to the name Friday the 13th. That's why this is called Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, I do remember that. I saw that in
the
trivia page whenever they started on this shit.
They had to hurry up and throw this out so they can keep the fucking rights to the movie.
Yeah.
That's what this was.
Look, I still think the Deadite Jason was a fucking, and I won't say Deadite, but the soul jumping Jason was a flop that could have been done better had it had more exposition inside of the movie and done in a different light. If it wasn't handled as the way it was, if it was handled more delicately, I do think that concept could have worked.
I think the only way it worked is if they'd have done like you said. Had they put Jason walking around and every time he walked in front of a mirror, you saw the
actor.
Yeah.
And you actually saw Jason physically doing things in the fucking movie. Is the opposite. I wanted to see the down to earth syndrome.
Yeah.
I wanted to see Jason.
Another reason why I say that the whole Necronomicon thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't really meant for storytelling. That was just an Easter egg because when you go into the basement, the crates in there from the what you call them? Stephen King's short story, The Crate.
Oh yeah,
Antarctic.
You see the markings on the crate.
Yeah,
and everything.
That's the crate from the short story, The Crate, where there's a creature inside of it. It also
that's where the mother was dead, laying down at the bottom of the crate. I still don't fucking understand how that happened.
Well, he threw it down there.
Oh no. I know what happened, how they explained why that happened. I don't know how the hell this dude just randomly went and stole a body, threw it in the basement, and then fucked the daughter like it was all natural and cool. Like, oh, this is going to make my career. She's going to find her mother. I'm going to permanently traumatize her. Then I'm going to have sex.
They were throwing so many Easter eggs in there because even on that one thing on the crate, because in the short story it says Arctic Expedition and it says Horliss University. But on this one, it says Arctic Expedition Julia Carpenter, Horliss University. And it's kind of a mixture of the crate and the thing.
Yeah.
Because of the Arctic Expedition and Carpenter. But like the jungle gym outside, that's the actual jungle gym from the birds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
and that's what they were trying to get as many Easter eggs in as they could.
Well, they wanted a lot of, this was like a Marvel movie. Prior.
Yeah.
This is the Marvel movie horror version.
Yeah.
Where they try to throw in a bunch of things to get the fan service to go, oh my God, look, I know what that is. I know what that is.
It's Bride of Chucky.
Yeah. Oh God, Bride of Chucky. That was such a, and you know what?
It was done better.
I enjoyed the shit out of that. I would watch Bride of Chucky.
Well, I'm talking about like the Easter eggs they put in at the beginning.
Oh,
it was done better than this.
Yeah.
Because when they go in to get the
it was
Chucky
a
doll,
police locker. You're pretty much just
they got the
confirming
chainsaw,
that everything's
they got
all in
Michael's mask.
It's all connected in this universe. It was a
they got Freddy's glove.
And I love the way I feel like the Bride of Chucky, whenever they have that moment in the fucking evidence locker where they're showing all that stuff, I think about that scene every time I watch The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yes.
Which is another movie that I think we need to tackle at one point.
I thought we did Rise of Leslie Vernon.
No, we were supposed to do with our buddy Kane, and we wound up never having a chance to watch it because we were supposed to do it. That's one that I really wanted to do.
Yeah, that's one we really, really need to do because I fucking love that movie.
That's a very good
That's
fucking
one of my
movie.
all-time
I haven't seen
favorites.
it. I highly recommend it. Watch it before we go ahead and do a spoiler
Yeah,
review
come in
and
and
start
let's
talking
talk
shit.
about it because, oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
That's how bad this movie is. We're talking about other movies that we rather watch. And one of them is Bride of Chucky.
Yeah. This look,
it tells you everything you need to know.
This is going to be this isn't even going to be one of the movies that I put on in the background during Halloween whenever I'm just letting stuff fly through. This isn't going to be one of the ones I put on.
No, I completely skip over it. He died in Manhattan. He finally fucking got there after however fucking long.
Dude, it took
he
like
died
most of the
20
fucking
minutes.
took most of the fucking movie for him to get there, and then he
Died in
fucking
10 minutes.
Died in a couple of minutes in the sludge underneath the big ass sewer under Manhattan for whatever damn reason, and turned into a shout. It mutated him like it was the fucking.
Don't try to explain it. You can't. We did this in the last review.
It was the ooze off of Ninja Turtles, dog.
Yeah.
It fucking mutated them back into a child. It's time traveling ooze.
Yeah, there's no explaining it. There's no. They didn't try to explain it, so why should we?
Well,
that's the way I look at it.
What I'm saying is, we've gone through this fucking franchise. This is movie number 9.
She karate kicked a knife into him.
She did. She fucking Freddy Boyd him. She knocked the shit out of that knife into his heart, and then the thing started clawing Jason down to fucking hell. And this is the 9th movie, and I'm to the point where you could almost watch each one of these movies individually and have its own movie because none of them are fucking connected. None of them.
We've said this in the past, though. They're like, what?
I can't.
And here's what pisses me off. Normally, I'm okay with it because Friday the 13th is all about, don't worry about continuity. Look at all this corn syrup. It's blood and tits.
Yeah, it's a dumb slasher movie. It's titty, stab.
Name one on-screen bloody kill.
One on-screen bloody kill in Friday the 13th franchise?
No. This movie.
This movie, particularly?
Yeah.
This movie? Hang on. Other than the gunshots, not really stab-wise, no. You saw a lot of shooting and things like that. The only bloody kill I could think of is the diner's son in the parking lot.
And, yeah, that was his arm. That was
his arm broke. You didn't even see him die. It cut away.
Yeah.
The scene where your girl got her head smashed in the car door, but you literally got
gone.
A quick second and it was gone. Everything else was gunshots and stabs, but they were all off-screen
kills.
There wasn't a lot of kills.
Yeah.
Legit, not a lot.
The coroner beginning, he comes down with the thing, it cuts away.
Yeah. And they were all
two bodyguards, the two guards in the
it was
hallway.
all off-screen implicit kills.
When Kane Hodder killed Kane Hodder.
This motherfucker eating the heart still just. There was so much.
It was gelatin and
why do they have
fruit
to,
cocktail.
Why do they have to eat the heart? Couldn't the heart have morphed into the little evil baby that was crawling around at the end of this shit?
Dude, that shit was fucking gross too. It didn't even look good though.
No,
they used the same shot of it moving. Like no matter where it went, it was going across the same place. Except they took it and they turned it going this way.
Yeah,
you notice that?
Yeah, it's the same fucking movement completely. I don't understand why the heart couldn't turn into that little baby thing and go and attack them. Why do they have to eat it?
Go alien with it.
Yeah, if you're gonna go that way, just commit to it. Go all the way.
Here's my thing. I don't remember if I saw this or not because my brain kind of blacked out. What happened that he became him again?
What do you mean?
The mom was in the basement.
Yeah.
The cuckoo was in the basement.
Yeah.
What happened down there?
I'm assuming it's I don't want to say. Because I know you're probably thinking the same thing that I did, where he crawled straight out that woman's hoo-ha.
Yeah.
And was reborn as a fucking full-grown Jason.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it seems, because if there was any other version of that happening...
Like, did they even explain that at all?
No, because... If it would have been any other way, the mother would have jumped out of the basement. Like we saw all the other guys who were possessed by the spirit of Jason.
And where did the hockey mask come from?
That's a good one. He should have came out without the hockey mask.
Yes.
And just been fucking... He could have been a deformed child.
Yeah.
And just running around with a fucking machete.
Thank you.
But he was down there with a body that's been dead for at least a couple of days at this point.
Yeah.
and he tongue fucked her, and now he's a full grown Jason.
But did he have to tongue fuck her because he was already the little?
He crawled
swimming.
up. He crawled up her vagina. I guess I don't know. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Yeah,
there's no.
It's just they don't explain it, and not explaining it actually.
But he was. They did explain it. He was reborn through a Voorhees. That was the explanation. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm saying that's how they explained it. He was reborn through a Voorhees. She was the illegitimate child of Elias Voorhees, and he smelled it in her blood and knew that for whatever goddamn reason.
Administrations attract bears.
Administration. I
Do you hear that? Bears.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they did the proper brain process.
It was
through
Stephen
that.
King with Maximum Overdrive. They railed some coke off of a stripper's ass and did, you know what?
Let him jump out the basement. Wait, where did he come from? Doesn't matter.
Let them think about it. It's what you don't see. Remember what Carpenter said? We've been ripping him off since the 80s. Well, since the since the 70s. I'm sorry.
Let's say you're a couple of decades off.
No, since the 80s.
No, the Stephen King.
No, I'm talking about these guys.
Yeah.
They're like,
they've been ripping them off since 1980.
Yeah, we've been ripping them off since 80. We don't have to do. Carpenter didn't show everything.
Yeah, it's all in theater of mind. We want them to think
but we
about.
tied it up with exposition smartly. Not. I did an interview with this guy, and he knows how to kill Jason if we give him $500,000.
Yeah. I'm just.
Did you catch the Jaws reference?
Hey, wait, no, what?
You didn't catch the Jaws reference?
No, I probably fucking.
When he's like, give me $500,000, you get the mask, the machete, the whole damn thing. Quint says that when he's at the town meeting for Jaws.
Yeah, he does.
For that price, you get the tail, you get the head, the whole damn thing.
Why didn't Creighton Duke just kill all three of them and not have to fight Jason?
Yeah,
he could have
because
just. He kills all three of them.
No,
the other bodies
he has to kill the baby.
Huh?
Then he has to kill the baby.
Yeah, I mean it's legal in California now. That baby couldn't have been that old. That baby couldn't have been that old. There's no civil responsibility. That's postnatal care or whatever. Sorry.
That's fucking awful.
That's not true. I'm not sorry.
That may be the worst fucking joke we told on this podcast.
Well. But no,
just as bad as California.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean, in all honesty, if Creighton Duke would have killed all three of them, as horrible as it sounds, I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
He could have saved a lot more people.
Jason wouldn't have been able to survive.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to like, the bodies couldn't fucking sustain him.
Yeah.
So why didn't he just, if he could have did that?
I don't know. We also get to see Kane Hodder portray Freddy, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say he didn't kill him. What if Creighton Duke just moved Diana and all the bloodline? There's three people left that share a bloodline, the Voorhees bloodline.
Right.
Why didn't they just fucking move them somewhere? Why are they running around Crystal Lake to kill this guy? Just let him die out naturally if these bodies won't sustain him.
I got a better question for you. Why, if all it took was a dead mom, when your boy turned around and the cop guy that was Jason was gone, why he didn't just take the body?
She was already in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's been in the basement.
He could have just fucking rebirthed himself right there. Yeah. And apparently he can fucking smell out the menstruation. He could have known where the fuck she was, so he could have just jumped down and been Jason right then and there.
Yeah. We got a better end of the movie.
And could have been reborn and then whatever. With I don't know. There's so much that could have been done differently.
We're lucky they didn't have to melt the knife down into a bullet. And she had one shot.
That'd have been funny. That'd have been fucking great. You got one shot, and if you miss this shot, and then Woody Harrelson comes out the woods and teaches her how to shoot in 5 minutes, where they're leaning on a fucking sofa. It's like, no, just breathe. There you go. You're a natural. You're gonna kill Jason. You're gonna kill Jason Voorhees.
That's fantastic.
Or why don't they just do the fucking the Andy treatment? What he did to Chucky. Blow his ass up and just lock his fucking heart up somewhere where nobody can get to it.
We'll get to that too.
I'm sorry, I'm done. There's just so many different avenues they could have taken.
When we get to Jason X, because that's one of my biggest things with Jason X. When they're like, we've done everything. We tried the electric chair. We've done lethal injection. We even did a firing squad. I'm like, I see his head on his body. You didn't cut off his fucking head.
Cut off his head and fucking put it in a box with nails and shit.
Shake that off, bitch.
Yeah, like he could still be alive. He just can't fucking do anything. Like Chucky. That's what Andy did to Chucky.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he drove him fucking crazy, but that's exactly what he did. You contain. You can't kill it, so you contain.
Yeah.
My thing of it is
you know what you do? You know what you do? That's how you get rid of fucking Jason Voorhees. You cut off his arms, cut off his legs, open them up, and you take an organ. Each member of NATO gets a different part.
Yeah.
And when Russia really pisses us off enough, we put them all back together and airdrop him.
Thor organs combined. That would be fantastic. But so, jumping ahead, like storyline wise, so Jason's dragged to hell, of course. It's
in the title.
At some point, he returns from hell.
Well, yeah, he's in hell when we start Freddy vs. Jason.
So, well, you're skipping over Jason X.
No, which Jason X is 20-something thousand years
later in the future, or whatever. So is that
Freddy vs. Jason comes in between?
Okay, I'm aware of that. At some point, he comes back from hell. He's not. His body is at the bottom of the lake at the beginning of Freddy vs. Jason. He's sleeping.
Again, why are you trying to pay attention to continuity?
Because
look at all this corn syrup. Look at all the titties.
Because what I'm thinking about is his bloodline was still alive when he was reborn. When he came back from hell. Yeah. They were still alive.
Yeah.
They're potentially still alive.
Yeah.
The fuck? He's just like, don't not worry about it anymore?
I don't know. Why are they worried? The only way he can die is by this. But yet, apparently, if you get a fucking psychic to come in, she could go, "Ooh," and her dad can come back from the dead and get rid of him.
Yeah, maybe another psychic. I don't. This whole fucking franchise is just. They had such good ideas, and they
didn't. That's the problem.
No, they had good concepts.
This is what happens when the fucking good ideas run out.
They had good at the beginning. Like 1 and 2 and then 3 and then what happened and then oh my god.
There were no good ideas from the beginning. They said
it was good for what it was. It was fucking titties slashing and it was just a killer.
It wasn't, but it wasn't even their idea. They said, "Boy, Halloween's making a lot of money. Let's rip that off." That is word for word the quote.
And you can't tell me that wasn't a good idea because look how far this franchise has come. Let me say it was an original idea. They had a good idea. Let's make a fucking movie where we kill a bunch of campers and look, everybody knows who Jason Voorhees is.
Yeah.
He's a fucking horror icon.
But it's movies like this is the reason why when you have movies like Scream, they talk about Halloween. They talk about Nightmare.
Yeah.
They don't talk about Friday.
Your boy did in the last one.
Yeah.
But he made a derogatory comment towards it.
Exactly.
Because this isn't considered... Jason as a horror icon, it amazes me that he achieved the status that he did because of how horribly he was portrayed in all of these movies.
Yep. And
it amazes me.
Yeah. And some would say, oh, it's because they had naked girls. You and I discussed this.
There's not as much as you would think.
The first, 4, 5 movies?
Yeah. It's really not. There's
not many boobs.
No. And that's what a lot of what this is known for. And even when the few instances that they were, like even in this one, you saw a boob whenever your girl got in the shower right at the beginning.
Yeah, you saw your girls coming back from skinny dipping.
You saw your girls come back from skinny dipping, but those were tame enough that this movie could have maintained a PG-13 rating.
And you even offset it because the dude was naked too.
Yeah. And then that nudity was tame enough that it could have been given a PG-13.
You saw bare ass when he carried her out the house with just a T-shirt on.
Yeah.
And that's again,
it really wasn't much. Yeah. It's not as much as all these, everybody's talking about how sexualized this movie is. And they're like, it's really not.
You know what, though? Speaking of Jason X, you know what one quote I did catch?
What?
He's like, "So you guys are going to Camp Crystal Lake. Y'all going to smoke some pot and...
smoke some pot and have premarital sex and get slaughtered?"
Yeah. But then you go to Jason X and he's in a simulation. And that's what the two girls tell him. "Hey, you want to smoke some pot? You want to have premarital sex?"
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah.
Getting
it
drunk
literally pulled it out of one and put it in the other.
Into a better movie. Jason X was a much better movie. And a lot of people shit on Jason X because of the space theme.
It's the best space horror movie besides Aliens, obviously.
Oh, not Aliens, but you can't bring
I'm talking about slasher. If you talk about, because like they did Leprechaun.
Oh God,
they did. It's
so again another following trend where they brought Leprechaun to the hood after they brought Jason to Manhattan. They bring Leprechaun to space. I'm like, dude, just stop. Just leave him in Ireland.
Yeah, that's where he belongs.
Yeah, just bring him.
Find him a fucking rainbow. Let him go chill.
Yeah, Trump would have fucking deported that dude 4 years ago. We would have never had Leprechaun in the fucking hood.
That's freaking great. And then, oh man, no, I'm letting that go.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I don't even want to know.
So, what do you rate this movie? That's the question. And for those of y'all that haven't watched our videos before, we do rank these movies 0 to 50 because we're assholes.
I'm giving it a 15, dog.
I'm giving it a 5.
You're giving it a 5? I'm not even being that mean to it.
I'm giving it a 5.
I'm not even being that mean to it. It's definitely less than.
And only reason I'm giving it a 5 is because we got to see Kane Hodder not as Jason.
Yeah.
As a security guard, and we got to see that. I would give it a 5 mainly because of the balls of that fucking coroner to eat that nasty ass heart looking thing. I understand it was gelatin and fruit cocktail with black food color in it. It still looked fucking nasty.
It looked fucking horrible. I am giving it a 15 because I'm not that much of an asshole.
No, fuck that.
Look, it's less. I mean, a 25 would be.
It's a 1 out of 10.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's a 1 out of 10.
Name a worse movie in this franchise.
Terrifier.
In this franchise.
Oh, in this franchise? I thought you meant genre. In this franchise.
And I wouldn't call that slasher.
What, Terrifier?
Yeah.
Terrifier's a slasher.
No, definitely torture porn.
Well, it's not worth fucking watching.
Yeah.
I think that's still our
Terrifier goes up there with Hostel and Saw and shit like that.
Yeah, it's lower than that. It's so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
It's a worse movie in this franchise I'd have to get back to you on.
There is no...
Yeah, but this is also one of the lowest ratings I've given one of our Friday the 13th films.
Friday the 13th part, was it 4 or... Yeah, no, 5, where it wasn't even Jason.
Yeah.
It was an actor. It's better than this. You know why? Because at least we thought it was Jason for a while.
Yeah, the movie was all right.
Yeah.
That was with, that was your boy from the... Oh, God. What was it? What's his fucking name? What's the actor's name?
Who?
When he was a kid, the one that shaved his head.
Corey
Feldman.
Corey Feldman was in 4, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the fucking guy's
Well,
name.
at the beginning of 5 as well.
Yeah.
Then when they went to that dude that looked like the Blue Power Ranger.
Yeah, for whatever reason, still didn't. He acted like the Blue Power Ranger, beat the shit out of Jason.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
it's just fucking
it's not
terrible.
a great movie, but I'm not going to fucking
I can't think of any pros for this movie.
I mean, I've already laid out my thoughts on it.
I can't give it a pro. A single fucking pro.
They had decent.
Jason looked like shit.
Yeah, I mean,
he looked like fucking trash.
He looked like Jason. I mean,
his mask was all. It was obviously all a one-piece mask that he just put over his fucking his fucking mullet.
But again, go back to what you said about their low ass budget. They probably did what they could as far as that's concerned. And he looked different.
They could have done fucking more.
He's looked different in every.
What
fucking
they made off of
movie
what they made off of Friday the 13th Part 8.
What, $12 million?
I want to know what they made off of Friday the 13th Part 8. That's what I want to know.
That was I want to say that one had a slightly bigger budget than this one did, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be mistaken. Which, I mean, 15 is one of the lower ratings I've given a lot of movies. I'm not going to shit on it that bad. It's definitely less than half. It's definitely less than a C average. A 15 to me, it's like a D movie. It's not an F because there's.
This is a fucking F, dude.
No, because I reserve my Fs for truly horrible fucking movies.
Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. The budget was $5.5 million.
I knew it was more than this one.
It made $14.3 million. So they grossed $9 million on this movie.
Yeah.
On that movie.
On Jason Takes Manhattan.
You're telling me all they could take was 3 to put towards this one?
No, they could have, but alas, they did not. And that's how we wound up with what
That's why I say today. Fuck them.
It's a D movie. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to give it an F. I'm giving it a D. 15. It's a D
I think that's literally the lowest I've ever rated a movie.
No, you rated the Terrifier 0.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we both did. Actually,
I
was
did. I hate that fucking movie. There's no reason for that movie to exist. That was fucking terrible.
That was somebody who saw a fucking clown from a different movie.
And look, if you like torture porn, that's you. You do you.
Yeah, I mean, that's just not my style.
Yeah. And I'm not here for vast storytelling and fucking beautiful exposition.
Oh, what's the what do they talk about? Elevated horror.
Yeah, fucking Scream. We'll be doing that one later.
Yeah. The elevated horror, guys. Yeah. Which I love a good elevated horror movie.
I don't.
No, I do.
I fell asleep 4 times in The Witch. I fell asleep for the fucking Babadook.
We'll have this fucking discussion when we get to Scream 4.
I'd have thrown that kid in the fucking garbage disposal. That kid was annoying.
We'll have this discussion when for what it's worth, I will take a good story. Creepy beats gory for me any day of the week.
Okay.
But you got to have your good kill count.
Okay.
Literally all that you want is elevated horror has a dramatic aspect to it. Is literally how it's defined.
Okay.
So there are movies that I'm not looking for something that just overrun pretentious bullshit where, oh, it's this and this is a metaphor.
Have you watched The Babadook yet?
No, I have not.
Have you watched The Witch?
Yes, I have.
If I told you were on an island,
yeah,
for a year, you could either have The Witch or Halloween Kills to watch.
Halloween Kills all day, 100%.
Exactly.
Not even a fucking question.
Exactly.
Not even a fucking question.
I can't.
Now,
I've never gone back and rewatch an elevated horror movie.
If you look at it for, I See You as technically an elevated horror movie.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was well done.
Yeah.
Something like that. But when you cross that line from just having a dramatic subgenre of what you call elevated horror, where you're just trying to pour in more to a story and you just go over that fucking line to where you got to involve political correctness and all that, it takes away from the fucking movie. And I, for one, still enjoy a good, let's just fucking kill some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a horror movie. It's what the franchise was built on. I'll still enjoy that. I do, however, like some elevated horror. Yeah. But we'll get into that fucking argument. We'll get into that.
Especially the next review we do. Yeah,
we'll get into that.
We'll be doing Scream 2022, just trying to catch up on a lot of the shit that we missed while we were out.
Great movie.
Because I think since the hurricane hit our area, I think the only movie we reviewed since then was Halloween Kills. Yeah.
And Halloween Ends is coming out later on this year.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. We're setting our stuff up this week, actually, to start doing trailer reactions. Trailer reactions, yep. So we'll start throwing those out. Let y'all see what we think about new movies coming out.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to throw out there?
No, I just we definitely missed you guys. We're glad to be back, and we'll be coming at you with a little bit more. We're going to try to do a little pre-recording ahead of schedule. That way we can kind of build up our bank and release some that we won't have a big lull in the action for again. And we do appreciate all the guys who did stick with us through this time.
Absolutely, yeah, because we both went through kind of a rough spot there. It was really nice being able to set everything up again, and even though the background's not all the way done yet,
it will be.
It was nice being able to come into the studio and film and not live here.
That was definitely something new. But if you have any comments, any questions, anything you want us to review, and if you want to just have a conversation with us, that's what this whole channel is about. You can hit us up at CajunHorrorFans@gmail.com.
Correct.
Other than that, you can watch us on YouTube or you can listen to us wherever you find podcasts at. We are on Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Pandora, Google Play Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. I think I hit them all.
Yep. And look, please, we beg y'all, if you watch us on one, go and like us on all of them. It helps get our name out there. And it helps spread the word.
And if you don't like it, send us a mean email, and
that'd be great. Yeah.
We get very
let us know what you don't like.
Let us know what you don't like. We love some constructive criticism, and then we're gonna make fun of you on the air, but we won't take your name out of context.
Yeah, absolutely. No,
it's
we won't
all
say
in
who
good,
it is.
It's all
You'll
in
know
good
who
fun.
you are. We just won't say who it is.
In all honesty, it's all in good fun. If you hate it, you hate it. Let us know about it.
Yep. All right, guys. Like always, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell because YouTube hates people like us. So, and we'll be out of here, guys.
Bye.